Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm finally going to be giving my absolute and honest opinion when it comes to the age-old debate of Naruto versus Luffy, or more importantly, Naruto versus One Piece. And please understand, I'm not saying the entire Naruto verse versus the One Piece verse, I'm saying Naruto Uzumaki versus the entire One Piece verse, because honestly, this disrespecting of Naruto has to stop. Now I know it's pretty interesting to debate anime characters because I obviously engage in it a lot, but it gets to a point you just have to accept the fact that your favorite character does not compare to another. And for the One Piece fans that are watching this video, please understand that just because your favorite character loses to another, that does not mean your character is trash. But One Piece fans, please try to put your personal bias away for just 5 minutes, because honestly, I don't think people should be debating any Naruto high tier versus any One Piece character or characters in the One Piece verse period. Before we start, please like and subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 1k subs, it really helps out a lot. So with all that out of the way, let's get into the scaling. Now for this video, we're going to be scaling both sides at their utmost consistent scaling and at a high end to really show how far apart these two verses are in terms of power. Now let's start with One Piece. A lot of these people tend to think One Piece scales from country level to multi-continental. Now I say this with as much good faith as I can. No One Piece character gets to country level. I know the One Piece power skills already have their pitchforks out, but please try to calm down and let me explain. A lot of the calculations that get One Piece characters these ridiculous levels are most of the time inflated to make them seem more impressive. For example, when calculating one of the strongest feats in the One Piece, which is Whitebeard shaking Marineford, they got this feat anywhere from country level to multi-continental, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Trying to use the height of a tsunami to calculate the level of an earthquake is just fallacious in nature. Now One Piece pixel calculators take what I've said and try to calculate this feat properly, and comment the results down below. Some One Piece power skills even go as far as to say that he's shaking the entire planet, which there's very little evidence for. The statement they bring up is the Whitebeard statement, which claims that he can destroy the entire world, which in this context would mean society, not planet. And even though it meant planet, these One Piece fans can't bring a specific time frame. Then they pull out the large star level One Piece calc, which was debunked by their own author, debunking the size of certain objects One Piece fans scale to ridiculous levels. And when all that fails, they bring the durability negation argument, which is just incredibly funny to hear. Now with all this said, you might ask me, Sixpats, where do you actually scale One Piece characters in terms of AP? Well, taking all my research into One Piece scaling into account, I believe they can get from mountain level to large island level. I know you think I'm downplaying One Piece, but I'm not. Because even if I were to give One Piece their best scaling, which is large planet level, which is a very huge highball, it still wouldn't make a difference. Now, there are multiple different methods you can use to scale Naruto's AP to above planetary without using the Kage or Momoshiki arguments. And funny enough, these arguments are far easier to use in a versus battle topic such as this. The first method I use is after the fight with Kage, Naruto and Sasuke are able to create a moon and put it into orbit, similar to Hagoromo and Hamura's feat. And this would not be a shared feat because in Naruto the Last, Tornado literally stated that Hamura's power was strong enough to move the moon. This feat was calculated anywhere from dwarf star levels to small star levels of energy. Sasuke at the end of Shippuden is also able to perform a small planetary level feat by moving all the tailed beasts in the Jibaku Tensei at incredible speeds. Now we move on to Naruto the Last, where Naruto is able to destroy the Tentengan with the base Rasengan. The Tentengan being able to withstand the collision between the earth and the moon, causing the Earth's destruction. This is not inconsistent at all, since the cloud literally has a cannon that can blow up the moon, powered by just 100 ninja, and Naruto powered at least 1000 shinobi by 3 times the normal chakra levels. Then Naruto is able to one-shot Tornado, who is able to split the moon casually and move the moon for a straight hour. And just keep in mind the Naruto planet is far bigger than ours, and all this is just a lowball for Naruto, because if you use versus battle weakest definition for universal, Kaguya would scale to universal due to her being able to warp the entire Naruto universe. This would qualify for significantly affecting. Now just to remind the One Piece fans, a high ball for Naruto is universal, and a high ball for Luffy, which is just not correct, gets him to star level. Can you see how one-sided this is? It's not even close. Then the next thing the One Piece fans claim is that Luffy speed blitzes and uses durability negation or Toon Force. Now diving into Luffy's speed, he scales to around FTL due to him being able to react to Kizaru. And no, he's not MFTL plus pre-time skip. Luffy was never faster than light pre-time skip. The pacifistic laser beams and the slow beams have been debunked over and over again due to a variety of inconsistencies following Kizaru's arrival. Then Kizaru proceeds to destroy Luffy and his team, even telling Zoro, whom the One Piece fans claim is MFTL, "Have you ever been kicked at the speed of light?" Obviously implying that Zoro is below the speed of light due to him being completely powerless against Kizaru. And hear me out, I'm not saying that One Piece characters don't reach FTL. They do, but they're not light speed pre-time skip. Now the One Piece fans start with their ridiculous multipliers, which was never stated anywhere in the manga, anime, or even their databook. But again, even though I use this, Naruto is still much faster and speed blitzes and kills everyone in One Piece before they can even react. Naruto and Sasuke were able to combat a light speed character at the very first arc of Naruto Shippuden, Haku, who could react through ice mirrors at the speed of light. It was stated multiple times in the Naruto databook and manga and anime. and Sasuke was able to perceive and predict Haku's lightspeed movement, akin to Future Sight in One Piece. And later on, in their final fight, Naruto moved so fast that Sasuke could not keep up with him and needed an extra Tomoe to keep up with Naruto. Then he goes on to multiply his speed by 10 times using the curse mark, and yes, this was actually stated within the manga and the databook, so it's valid. And Naruto gets ridiculous amps like KCM and KCM2, which multiplied his powers to such a degree he could blitz the Raikage, who was the fastest shinobi alive, and he gets even stronger with Sage of Six Paths. I'll make a Naruto speed scale, but approximately this gets Naruto to around FTO+, and this is just a low end scaling. Naruto in Boruto is able to send chakra to Kawaki's arm from one universe to another universe, which scales Naruto's chakra manipulation speed to MFTO+. And some of you still think the One Piece verse can withstand Naruto, let alone Luffy on his own. It's not even close. And if you think Luffy's Gear 5 Toon Force is doing anything, Toon Force has levels, and Naruto's just gonna kill Luffy in one shot, bursting like a rubber balloon. After that, he's going to speed blitz and destroy the entire One Piece planet, killing everyone. Or he just kills them one by one. When One Piece fans try to use the durability negation argument, Naruto has been able to deal with durability negation since part 1, with people like Neji, Hyuga, and Sasuke, who literally pierced Naruto's organs, and then he regenerated extremely quickly. Naruto also obtained durability negation by gaining Sage Mode with Frog Kata, and Naruto is able to tank durability negation from Momoshiki in base form with little to no damage. I will even go as far as to say that base Naruto would solo the One Piece verse. If you're one of those people who think big attacks equal more power, you need to do more research on power scaling. And for the One Piece MFTL scalers, Luffy scales to FTL at best. You don't have a stated multiplier for any of Luffy's forms, so keep your headcanon out of the argument. And for the low gear argument, Naruto characters can interact with non-physical objects like lightning, and Naruto can use every single element available, including yin and yang, which can erase people from existence. This is done with a Truth Seeker orb. Even if Luffy has Toon Force, his Toon Force will be no dift. He doesn't scale to Naruto, and Luffy's Toon Force is low tier, so his abilities will have no effect on him. And for those who say Big Mom will steal Naruto's soul, please, Naruto will pull his soul from her easily without any effort. That's if she can even perceive MFCL speed. So Naruto and Luffy has never been close. One Piece power skills have just lied to you over the years. If you think I'm wrong, I'm dropping my Discord down below and I'm willing to debate any One Piece fan on this topic. So if you like my content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It will really help out a lot. And for the One Piece fans, I don't hate One Piece. I don't really hate One Piece. I'm just telling you the truth. Naruto is far stronger than anyone in the One Piece verse, and he would solo the One Piece verse. It's just the truth. If you can't accept the truth, well, that's your problem.